Chris was just one of the most outgoing people you could ever meet in your life. He had everything going for him. He was athletic. He was smart. Um, and I mean, just like a lot of people, heroin just took hold of him. Once you take the drug takes you, and it's real difficult to come out on the other end. Um, I think it's always a tragedy when a young person dies, but there's always something positive that you can take from it. If I can use this fuel that I got, just, I mean, I've never been more passionate about something in my life since all of this happened. And if everybody could just take their power, their willpower, and just really want people to not use heroin, I mean, great things can happen. Millions of lives can be saved. And if it takes the death of one person, one amazing person, to really help the world, I mean, I guess that's what life is all about. My name's Mike, and I'm a recovering heroin addict. My life before drugs and heroin was about as typical a life you can get from a kid growing up in the suburbs. I was involved in sports, good student. The first time I used it, I was 19, and I was home from college. I had failed out. I had been drinking a lot, smoking a lot of pot, going out with friends. One day, somebody came to me and they asked me if I wanted to do Oxycontin, which I'd heard of. I'd never tried it. It's just it's like the most intense painkiller you can do. Now I know that it was heroin. At the time I didn't know, and that's how a lot of people get started on it, because I mean, I don't know, not many people are willing to go out and say, yeah, let's do heroin. Instantly you just feel you get a rush to your body. You start to just feel really powerful and really good. Your body kind of just loses all pain. Every bad thing turns into a good feeling, and the first time, I mean, is the best. And after that, you're always chasing that high. So at the start, I would get it from somebody in town, and in that point, you pay $15 for a bag instead of 10, because it goes up, because I mean it comes from Chicago, the west side of Chicago. I got to the point where I couldn't wait, and I didn't want to spend that much money, because I mean, if you look at it, you buy 2 bags for $30 up here, or you can go down and get 3 for $30. Same price, you get an extra one, and when you get into it, you're going to try to spread your money out as far as it can go. The first time, I remember it really vividly. I went down with a couple buddies, and we were scared shitless. It was 10 o'clock at night. We were on the west side of Chicago in a bad neighborhood, and the first time it was horrifying. As time went by, it just became more part of my normal routine, and I wasn't scared at all. In the part where I was using it the most, the average day I would wake up, because I would stay awake all night and just pretend that I'm sleeping while I'm just lying in bed doing whatever, wide awake. I'd call my dealer right away, figure out when I can go down to the west side and get it, and then by the time we got it, right away, just wherever we're parked at, break it up, snort it, and after that, as long as I had more on me, I didn't care what I did. My family didn't. I mean, I probably did it for a good year, and nobody knew anything of it. And I would do it for a week, and let's say it's a Friday. It's the last day I did it for the week, and then I stop. Saturday would be okay. The whole day would be devoted to thinking about doing it. Sunday would be the first day that the symptoms really start coming, and at that point, that's when you either go do it, or you start going through withdrawal. Withdrawal is like the worst flu that you ever had, but times it by 100, I'd say. The day that I really came clean to my family, to everyone, to really with myself as well, it was, I mean, I remember that day really clearly. My sister was leaving for a job in New York. I was about to go to work, and I was going through the first day of withdrawal. Didn't have any money left, didn't have any heroin left, I had nothing, and I just went up to my dad and I said, I need to talk to you, and I told him, I'm like, Dad, I've been on heroin, I need to stop, I can't stop. As I was, withdrawing the next few days after that, I truly wanted help. I wanted to stop. I didn't want that life anymore. I didn't want 5 or 6 days of just being, just really just existing. That's really what it is. You just kind of exist. And then you get your heroin and you do it to maintain. You don't even get high anymore. And that's when I realized that I could use rehab. I had about 2 months of full sobriety after rehab, and I met up with a friend who had recently got out of rehab, and we had hung out a few times sober. We had a good time. One night we decided to, all right, let's do it one time, and 4 days later we were down in the city, and for the fourth night straight, I was going to AA all of this time. Had another month or two of sobriety, relapsed. Another month or two of sobriety, relapsed. And I was kind of doing that for about a year. May of 2011, about a year ago, was the last time that I did it, and I mixed it with this artificial marijuana. It's K2, it's called Spice, and I had just a panic attack from it, and I literally thought my heart was going to beat out of my chest. That was it for me. That was all I could take. I really, I saw my life flash before me. I thought I was going to die. I called my mom and dad, and I'm like, I think I'm dying, and they just said, well, they just kind of shrugged it off, and I realized that everybody that I cared about and they cared about me was going to be gone. And I think that was my parents' last straw. That was everybody's last straw. And I guess I needed that wake-up call. You almost need that I could be dead situation as fuel to stay sober. Even to this day, I'll think about it and I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I could probably just do it one time, but then I think about that, and I'm just, I think about the times that I've said I'll probably just do it one time, and that didn't work for me at all. For the past year and a half or so, I've been taking this medication called Suboxone. If you take it as prescribed by your doctor, the chances of relapse are slim to none. I'm on it now. I take it every day. It got to the point where it's like I wake up, it's the first thing that I do. And it honestly is I can credit my sobriety to Suboxone. It's the miracle drug. Another thing I wanted to add, and this is for the kids in the world who are 14 and 15 and trying to find themselves. If anyone ever offers you heroin, just run the opposite direction, because it will destroy your life quicker than anything you could ever imagine. I'm lucky enough to come out on the other side of it. I lost a lot of things along the way. It's just nothing positive can come out of it. You'll lose your money, you'll lose your family, you'll lose your friends, you'll lose your personal possessions, and you'll lose everything. So just don't do it the first time, and that's half the battle right there.